drifting silently through the endless dark. There are worlds that wander without a sun. These are rogue planets, exiles from their home systems, cast adrift in interstellar space. They do not shine, they reflect no starlight. To the naked eye, they are invisible, passing through the galaxy like shadows. Yet astronomers now believe there may be more of these lost worlds than there are stars in the Milky Way. And if even one of them entered our solar system, it could reshape everything we know about Earth's future. Rogue planets are not born in the void. They begin life as normal planets, orbiting a star just as Earth orbits the Sun. But the process of building a solar system is chaotic and violent. In its early years, when gas, dust, and rock are colliding constantly, giant worlds may form and exert enormous gravitational pulls on their neighbors. Smaller planets can be flung out like marbles in a slingshot. Others may be disrupted by a close encounter with a passing star, their orbits stretched until they snap free. Sometimes even giant planets are ejected. In every galaxy, countless planetary systems have torn themselves apart, scattering their children into the night. Once cast out, a planet becomes a wanderer, traveling endlessly, bound only by the faint gravity of the galaxy itself. How many of these worlds exist? The numbers are staggering. In 2021, astronomers studying the center of the Milky Way used a technique called microlensing, where a planet briefly bends the light of a distant star as it passes in front of it. They detected evidence for dozens of rogue planets in just one patch of sky. Extrapolated across the galaxy, this suggests there could be trillions of them, possibly several for every star in existence. Some may be small, rocky bodies. Others may be massive giants, far larger than Jupiter. If this is true, then the galaxy is not primarily made of stars and their solar systems, but of countless invisible planets drifting silently between them. At first, these planets might seem like frozen, lifeless wastelands. Without a star's energy, their surfaces would be plunged into eternal night and temperatures would drop hundreds of degrees below zero. Yet nature has a way of surprising us. Earth itself generates heat deep within its core through radioactive decay. This geothermal energy could keep a rogue planet warm from the inside. If such a planet retained a thick atmosphere rich in hydrogen or methane, it could act like a blanket, trapping the internal heat for billions of years. Some models suggest these planets could sustain vast subsurface oceans beneath their frozen exteriors. And where there is liquid water, there is at least the possibility of life. This idea is not far-fetched. In our own solar system, moons like Europa and Enceladus orbit far from the sun. Yet beneath their icy shells lie liquid oceans warmed by tidal heating and internal energy. If life can exist in those environments, why not on a rogue planet? Some scientists propose that rogue planets might even be better suited to protecting life than exposed worlds like Earth. A thick atmosphere could shield organisms from cosmic radiation, and the absence of solar flares would remove one of the greatest hazards to fragile ecosystems. Entire biospheres might exist in complete darkness, nourished by chemical reactions rather than sunlight. If so, the galaxy could be filled with hidden oceans of alien life, drifting unseen through the void. But if rogue planets offer the possibility of life, they also represent an enormous threat. Imagine a massive planet several times the size of Jupiter wandering close to our solar system. A collision with Earth is unlikely, but the gravitational effects alone could be catastrophic. Orbits could be destabilized. Mercury or Venus might be thrown into the sun. Asteroids could be pulled from their belts and sent hurtling toward Earth. Our planet could be nudged slightly inward, turning into a boiling greenhouse, or pushed outward, freezing in permanent ice. Even if Earth survived intact, the delicate balance that allows life to flourish would be gone. The wanderer would pass on, leaving behind only chaos and ruin. There are hints that such encounters may have shaped our past. Uranus, for example, is tilted so far on its axis that it essentially rolls around the sun on its side. Some theories suggest a massive collision, but others argue that a passing giant planet could have warped its orbit. Comet paths and the distant orbits of icy bodies in the Kuiper Belt also suggest disturbances by something massive. Some astronomers even argue for the existence of a hidden planet far beyond Neptune, often called Planet 9. If it exists, it may not have formed here at all. It could be a rogue planet that the sun captured billions of years ago, a wanderer that became a permanent resident. The problem is detection. Rogue planets are among the most difficult objects in the universe to study. Without sunlight, they do not shine. They reveal themselves only through rare gravitational lensing events or through faint infrared heat that can be picked up by powerful telescopes like the James Webb Space Telescope. In 2012, astronomers discovered what appeared to be a free-floating planet about 100 light-years away, a gas giant several times more massive than Jupiter. It was the first clear evidence that such worlds truly exist. Since then, more have been identified, but we are only scratching the surface. For every one we find, millions remain unseen. And what about our future? One day, Earth itself may become a rogue planet. In about 5 billion years, the sun will swell into a red giant, engulfing Mercury and Venus. Earth may be consumed, or it may be pushed outward and survive. But if it survives, it will be transformed into a frozen wanderer. Without sunlight, our oceans will freeze solid. The atmosphere will collapse into ice. Surface life will disappear. And yet deep below, heat from the core could allow microbial life to cling on for millions, perhaps even billions of years. Earth would join the countless silent travelers of the galaxy, carrying the memory of its civilizations into the dark. Rogue planets are both a warning and a wonder. They show us how fragile our place in the universe truly is. Our world feels safe, stable, and permanent, but that stability is an illusion. We are one of countless planets, fortunate to orbit a star that gives us light and warmth. Beyond the glow of our sun, in the vast blackness of interstellar space, wander trillions of hidden worlds. Some barren, some with oceans, some perhaps alive. They are reminders that the universe is not orderly and calm, but restless and violent, always changing. At this moment, a rogue planet could already be on a path that will bring it near our solar system in the distant future. We would not know until it was almost here. By then, it might already be too late. To understand these dark wanderers is not just to explore science fiction, but to confront the reality that the cosmos is full of unseen dangers and untold mysteries. They are the ghosts of solar systems, carrying the scars of creation, and one day, one of them may change everything we know.